Hi, it's Hollowaster, and we're back with another part of Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. So, in the last part, we did a lot of combat with the drow that, like, we had the random encounter, and they set up a little camp, and they were like, come have some tea. And then they tried to murder us. So, we took care of that. Now we are back on the move. Let's take a look at our journal. So, a lot of these are still obviously the same. We still have to go to Chili Creek, wait for Kaylessa, make it to Drezen, visit the Nameless Ruins with Nenio, talk to Sela back at camp. Oh, we still need to talk to liotr, so I think what I want to do is come back to camp up here. That way we can do those couple errands in camp, like talking to Sela and liotr. I also am gonna evade because there's no need to do that. Random encounter. But I want to go into camp. Oh, okay. Nevia, Commander, we caught a suspicious lad on the road. He says he's an ally, that he's desperate to talk to you. Who knows who he really is? The young man before you is trembling from his wounds and exhaustion. His boots are in tatters, and if he had any weapons or armor, he shed them along the way. His clothes are torn, his hair is wet. He likely recently swam across a river. Blood oozes from the wounds on his chest and shoulders, and his skin is cracked and inflamed from the acrid waters of the world wound. Yacker, Commander, the man breathes heavily, and the words emerge as a whisper from his dry throat. My squad, ambushed, beyond the river. Help. So let's stay good and say, give our guest some water and something for his wounds. The knight's wounds heal with the help of a magic potion. Taking a gulp of water, he catches his breath, snaps to attention, and begins again. Yacker Ankel, hellknight of the Order of the Godclaw, under command of Praelictor Regil Derenge. Our squad is under attack by demons far surpassing our number. Without your assistance, we are lost. So hellknights are a collection of knightly orders with unique focus on the promulgation of law. Unlike paladins, they are interested less in social good and charity than in the foundation of stringent maintenance or order at all costs. If people cannot be trusted to obey the law out of their own sense of civility and social righteousness, hellknights provide the need to obey out of fear of a master's stern hands. So hellknights are usually like lawful evil, lawful neutral. I don't know if they can be lawful good. I'm not sure, but they're just very much focused on the law side of the alignment chart. And then the Order of the Godclaw is a Hell Knight order that extols the virtues of the 5 deities, distilling select tenets into dogma far from any one god's faith. No content with seeking divine approval for their knighthood's righteous path, the Order of the Godclaw's members have sculpted their beliefs from the harshest, most exacting philosophies of the 5 lawful deities, Abadar, Asmodeus, Iomade, Aurori, and Torag. Remade as 5 stern, armored paragons, the deities of this pantheon are known collectively as the Godclaw. The Hell Knights follow revised doctrines to stamp out disorder, in particular, its divine embodiments being of absolute chaos, with religious zeal. Rather than targeting the faiths of prominent religions, the Order sets its eyes upon supporting lawful crusades, such as the wars fought by Molthun and Mendev, and being at the vanguard of battles against the forces of chaos. No land is beyond the law imposed by the Hell Knights, a fact the Order of the Godclaw endlessly seeks to prove. So essentially, obviously, we have someone like Sela who worships Iomade, and she's definitely not very lawful, right? So the Hell Knights sort of take the 5 lawful deities, and they have this like very specific version of them that they worship, and it's always like very stern and strict and rigid. But they're able to do that because they're Hell Knights, just how like inquisitors can worship any deity so long as there's one thing that they like follow that deity approves of. Even if they do everything else, that would be really weird. Earbeth said, Hell Knights, they've supported the Crusaders more than once in our battle against the demons. Despite their, Earbeth cringes, questionable reputation, we cannot abandon our allies in trouble. If they really are our allies, then of course it's just Anivia looks Yacker over closely from head to toe. I kind of think this isn't a knight at all. A real Hell Knight would be skinned alive for losing his infamous black armor. What we see here is a stranger without rank or insignia who wants us to march to God's knows where. Kind of smells like a trap to me. So, we got a lot of questions. Who is attacking you, and why can't you handle them on your own? Large creatures that attack from the air. Some are fighters, others are, at guess, clerics with dangerous divine magic. They look like stone come to life. I am almost certain they are gargoyles. They fell upon us from the sky while we were setting up camp and at our most vulnerable, and they caught our forces at partial strength. The Paralictor had dispatched some of our troops and scouting teams. The flying beasts didn't fight us. They just fell upon us from the sky, grabbed our fighters, and either took them somewhere or threw them to their deaths. We were unprepared for that. Where's your squad now? Not far from here, beyond the river. It's not far for a single fighter who abandoned his armor and weapons, but we can't get across the river so easily. We'll have to take a detour. Even if we can save anyone, it will seriously delay our offensive on Drezen and will give the enemy a chance to prepare. So we can say, give me one reason why we should help you. What do my companions think? Let's do that one first. Your companions look at their guests suspiciously. Hell Knights. With allies like them, we've no need for enemies. If it suited them, they'd abandon us to the demons without a second thought. But we're not like them, are we? We have to save them. Lan. Looks like a trap to me, but even if he isn't lying, Drezen is our goal. If our offensive is delayed, we won't get another chance to retake the city. Sociel. The Hell Knights are heartless executioners. Saving people from the claws of demons is a good cause in itself, but these people are doing everything they can to become just like the devils. Shellen, forgive me, but I fear we should leave the Hell Knights to their fate and continue our offensive on Drezen. Dayren, do you recall Prelate Halrun? Well, picture an army of soldiers just like him. Do we need allies like that? If they die, I shan't shed a tear. Camellia, we should help them, but only if they join our forces in return. We could use some fresh blood. Hell Knights? No, not for all the gold in the world. Don't you know what kind of people they are? One minute you're just going about their business, the next you're locked in the stocks and there's a butcher in the back in black armor standing in front of you. Ember, I don't know who these knights are, but if there are people suffering out there, then of course we have to help. It's what we came to do, isn't it? The crow on her shoulder croaks resolutely, supporting her words. Ulbrig, what knights are these? I've never heard of them. The name sounds nasty. They must be ghouls or wargs or something like that. I would stay away from them if I were you. Huh? What? Nenio blinks a few times, baffled. The question has no scientific significance. What's interesting is how the water in the river poisoned by the whirlwind will affect this boy. With your permission, I'd like to examine him, or his corpse in a few days' time. So, I am a Hell Knight hater, but we are going to help them, because I guess it's the right thing to do. So we're just going to say we'll take the risk and try to help. Thank you, Commander. Our forces are here. The knight points to a location on your map. The situation is critical. Please send your reinforcements as soon as possible. I will go ahead and try to meet you there. Yeah, I don't like the Hell Knights, but it is what it is. Lan approaches you, casually polishing a ripe apple on his sleeve and smiling. I knew I'd find you here. It's been hard trying to catch you alone recently. Everybody seems to want something from you. You being the commander of the crusade probably has something to do with it. Yeah, probably. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. His expression grows serious. I've seen you fight plenty of times now, the way you charge into battle like everything's depending on you. I don't know if you're trying to be a hero or if it's just your own honor at work, but when I think about you getting hurt, it's like my insides turn to ice, because we're friends, and I worry about you. I know. You're the commander, and you've got to lead the charge, but let me protect you. It's the least I can do for you. Lan looks into your eyes, because we're comrades, right? And I don't want comrades to be devoured by demons. Lan, don't hit on me, please. So we can say just comrades? It sounds like a little more than that. I'm pleased you've taken it upon yourself to protect me, Lan. I feel better when I know you're with me. Thank you, Lan. I also appreciate help from a friend. Or you forget yourself, Lan. I am the commander. I don't need anyone's protection. We're going to do 3. Don't mention it. I'll try not to stick out like a sore thumb and stay out of your way. I'll just watch over you, silently observing from the shadows. Wait, no, that came out wrong. Forget I said it. Lan rubs the back of his neck. What I want to say is you can count on me. Okay, thanks, I guess. Okay. So we are finally back here, so let's see if we have some stuff we want to put away. Oh. Ooh, a hat? I didn't even see that. I have to look at our stuff and, like, go through the inventory. We need to talk to Liotr. Where is he? Earbeth. Eagle Watch. Galfrey. Aha. He's literally right here. Oh. Oh, it's, Eagle Watch Crusader. Hey, little one. They say you can do magic? An old silver-haired fighter sizes Ember up skeptically, apparently baffled to find such a young girl in the middle of a war. He's cradling his wounded arm, which has been hastily bandaged. Can you heal me?
Yes.
Of course. Ember whispers a spell and touches his bloody bandages. Thank you. That's so much better. The soldier rips off the blood-caked rags and strokes the healthy skin underneath them. How old are you? You're only a child. I have a granddaughter at home, just like you. Oh, little girl, how did you end up here? What are you doing in the thick of it with us? Ember gives him a lighthearted smile. I'm just like you. I came to the thick so that the thick wouldn't come to the other kids, like your granddaughter. Well, I'll be. So little and more courage, and yet more courage than some officers. The old man runs his rough hand over her hair, and she smiles at him again. The crow on his shoulder rubs its head on his hand like a cat. Talking to you takes a load off my mind. I reckon it's not just my arm you healed. The soldier leaves, shaking his head pensively. Ember waves happily, then turns around and notices you. Hi. So, do they come to you for a help like this often? Ember shrugs. Demons keep hurting them. I keep healing them. But you know, it's surprising. So many soldiers come to me. They say I bring them comfort, that I give them strength. But I don't do anything like that at all. I only talk to them nicely. I'm just a feather-brained little girl. What if something I say is wrong? Maybe I should keep quiet. But I can tell that my words make them feel better. I guess I'm confused. So, we can say, don't second guess yourself. You're helping all of us, the soldiers, our companions, and me. Your words really help people, but not everyone deserves help. Don't waste your powers on the unworthy. Or what could you say that would possibly be useful to them? You should really hold your tongue. We're going to say the first one because we're not a monster. You think so? I think I'm just wandering around saying silly things. She taps a scarred finger on her cheek, then breaks into a smile. All right, if it must be true if you say so. Okay. There's Liotr. Okay, let's talk to him. Sorry it took so long, buddy. Commander, a tall man with piercing yellow-green eyes gives you a brief nod. Let me personally congratulate you on your new title, and thank you for your time in advance. I am Liotr Hawkblade, an Inquisitor of the Church of Iomedae and the Bringer of Light. I require your assistance on a certain delicate matter involving one of your companions, Count Drezen Arende. Excuse me. So, Knowledge World check passed. Are you one of Prelate Hulrun's followers? Liotr's face freezes for a moment, but he nods. Yes, of course. So, what is your opinion on his atrocities? Liotr is silent for a while. Usually, people reveal such things about themselves only to their confessor, not to some curious stranger. Still, I did ask for your help, and that imposes certain obligations upon me. Let me put it like this. I spent enough years by Prelate Hulrun's side to learn how to keep him from going over the line. The prelate is an extraordinary man, but he has fallen prey to his own paranoia and monumental sense of responsibility, which has gradually eroded his razor-sharp mind. He was witnessed so much hideous darkness that he now sees it in every shadow. Yet his strength was, and still is, a shield for all the people of Mendev. That is my opinion. His comrades and advisors are necessary to prevent him from making unforgivable mistakes. So where were you during the attack on Canabris? I was on the hunt, a very successful one, but, as often happens in life, the minor success was a mere harbinger of larger failure. If I hadn't been so far away from Canabris on the day of the attack, I might have been able to help my comrades and prevent a number of deaths. Alright. This is not an easy topic for me. I'd prefer not to discuss it again. So, what brings you here? I ask that you assist the Church of Iomedae in an investigation of the utmost importance. I understand that the leader of the crusade has plenty of other matters to attend to, but please allow me to tell you the details. Perhaps it will explain why I'm calling upon you. The Inquisitor's open face instantly reveals his feelings. He frowns and looks through you, lost in thought for a moment. I suppose that you have already heard about Count Arende's story. I refer to the tragedy at Heaven's Edge Estate. So, we can say, tell me what happened at Heaven's Edge. So let's just remind ourselves. About 10 years ago, several powerful demons managed to penetrate the Wardstone barrier and commit mass murder of all the guests who attended the feast in celebration of young Drezen's birthday. The unknown magical disease they had brought wiped out the whole estate in less than a day. That was not the unique case in itself. The demons had attempted such raids on Mendevian lands before, but they had never dared target such a well-protected place. The Arende family was exceptionally rich. The estate was protected by elite bodyguards. There were several strong and righteous paladins among the guests. Moreover, the revered Nestrin, Dayron's tutor, was one of the most powerful priests of Iomade in the vicinity. All of them died, nonetheless, except the young count, who had suddenly manifested his outstanding sacred healing powers. Was that a divine miracle or a curse? That remains to be seen. So you're going to investigate this old case again, aren't you? Yes, I am. I have several reasons to doubt the widely shared account of exactly what happened at the estate and how it happened. You see, Commander, I was among those sent to examine the estate after the incident. I saw everything with my own eyes, and I still remember it clearly, even though it feels like it happened a lifetime ago. Heaven's Edge was such a unique place that still carried the spirit of old Mendev before the world wound, and yet on that day, it turned into a labyrinth house of horrors, like something only seen in our nightmares. Apologies for the discretion. I wanted to tell you about my suspicions. Everything about the incident seemed odd. Why was the only person left alive a young boy with a newfound talent for divine magic? Why did nobody send Canabras for help, even though the agony spanned many hours? We found the demons dead, with their heads cut off, when we got to the estate. How were they defeated? How did the disease kill even the paladins present at the estate, who are said to be immune to any disease? If the demons had found a way to penetrate the holy warrior's defenses, why has this never been repeated since the tragedy at Heaven's Edge? You are the only person who can help me here, Commander, because the only living witness to those events is currently serving among your army. Your army's route will take you near the very site of the tragedy. Heaven's Edge has been abandoned and sealed with potent magic throughout all these years, and only the Count has the power to break that seal. He is unlikely to invite an Inquisitor inside, and in any case, he won't like me sniffing around his family seat. But if you, the Commander, express your wish to visit the estate, he will be obliged to fill it, and I will simply follow you as one of your attendants. There are 100 ways, 1,000 paths, and a myriad loopholes in human lives that the forces of evil can use to their advantage. I am not sure which one of those led the demons to the gates of Heaven's Edge, but I do know it wasn't a simple raid, the kind the Crusaders face every day. The incident involved a significantly more powerful entity, and that's why I'm asking for your help. We cannot be sure that such a tragedy will not happen again until we uncover the truth. Alright, so we got lots of dialogue options. So you've already been to the estate several times. What do you expect to find now? I was a young and inexperienced Inquisitor when I first visited Heaven's Edge 10 years ago. My skills have improved significantly since then. I have paid dearly for that. Liotr makes a vague gesture, pointing at his scars. My arsenal includes many spells and techniques dedicated to gathering information about people and events. All of them require me to be physically present in the place where the event in question happened. That's why I must return to Heaven's Edge. So why can't you search the estate yourself without involving me? The estate is abandoned and sealed with powerful containment enchantments that only the Count himself can lift. This is not the main reason, however. The main reason is that Count Arende is not officially under investigation by the Inquisition, so I couldn't just break into his house even if I found a way to bypass the spells. This is a serious matter, Liotr frowns. A matter that threatens the reputation of an entire Church of Iomade, and my own organization in particular. We made more than enough unforgivable mistakes during the Third Crusade and are still dealing with their consequences. Your presence will give my investigation the necessary legitimacy, Commander, but there is more. In addition to getting official permission, I'd like to bring an independent third-party investigator to the case. Someone independent, but well-respected, and you fit this role perfectly. So, did you question Dayron himself? I did, but the Count insisted he couldn't remember anything about the incident due to severe shock. He saw the demons at the very beginning when they appeared at the celebration to announce the onset of the plague and mock their victims. He also witnessed the death of his mother, Countess Selena, and that's all he would tell me. Liotr paused. We had found the young Count sleeping like a log on the floor in one of the rear chambers, having drunk about half the family wine cellar all by himself. There is no reason to disbelieve him on that matter. So you suspect that Dayron is hiding something. Is he to blame for the tragedy? I deliberately refuse to entertain any theories or suspicions, so that doesn't affect the investigation. There is a saying among my colleagues that suspicion is the mother of prejudice, and prejudice is married to failure. I can only tell you that Count Arende wasn't suffering from demonic possession, the most common malaise in our country at the time. Prelate Holrun examined the boy himself right after the tragedy and didn't sense anything awry with him. Alright, I'll help you. What do you need me to do? Liotr bows his head to you with exceptional reverence. Thank you, Commander. Now I ask to speak to the Count and tell him that you wish to see Heaven's Edge. Please do not inform him of my presence right away. I will join your escort when it's time to travel to the estate. When we get there, I will also require help during the investigation. You will have to follow me, observing my actions as an independent witness. If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask me. I will remain here for a while. I think... Oh, okay. So I said, tell me more about yourself, Inquisitor. I want to know who I'm dealing with. I am Ulfin by birth, but I have lived in Mendev for most of my life, dedicating myself to the service of the Inheritor. My warrior brethren most commonly worship Gorum, but I have never been eager to fight for the sake of battle alone. I was a very good fighter in my early youth, and could have easily been best most of my peers, but I didn't enjoy showing off my skills. Victory is bland on its own. Purpose adds flavor to war. I can't say that I've always been a faithful sword of Iomedae. Back in my mercenary days, fate brought me to the bounds of Mendev, where I spent quite a long time among the Crusaders, fighting shoulder to shoulder with my righteous comrades in arms, and watching demons commit their atrocities. That eventually led me to something I had been seeking my whole life: purpose and faith. That's how I found my calling. Even though it may be hard at times, I never regretted my decision. Okay, I think that's all we have to do. So, that is for Dayren's personal quest. So we definitely need to do that. We also need to... I need to check in with Irabeth really quick. Over here. Yeah, probably. Because I have that scabbard, I think, from her house. Commander, allow me to say something. Irabeth looks even more serious than usual. Before you, this isn't a war. It was agony, drawn out over decades. No one believed in victory anymore. When the demons attacked the city, for some it was relief. At least the end had come. They laid down their weapons and surrendered without a fight. I felt the same thing, but I somehow got through on stubbornness and the vague hope that if nobody found Inevia's body, she might by some miracle have survived, and that miracle was you. You returned my beloved to me when I'd nearly lost all hope of seeing her alive again. Then you went on a suicide mission to the Grey Garrison and won the city back for us. You've turned a defeat into a victory. I know it wasn't easy. You make everything seem so effortless. You do everything just like that, she says with a snap of her fingers. The Queen believes in your powers, but for me, there's more proof of what I felt the day I saw Inevia alive, standing next to you. You're the miracle we've been waiting for. You're the one who will finally put an end to this terrible war, and in spite of everything, deliver us the victory we so desperately need. With you, I'm sure the Crusade will achieve what others could not. So, I found your scabbard in the Grey Garrison. The scabbard held the Solemn Hour, my family sword. My father once fought with it, and I took it when I left home to become a paladin. Alas, it was not stolen. I parted with my heirloom willingly to help someone dear to me. Inevia needed expensive healing, and having no other way to procure the money, I pawned my father's sword. I think he would have understood. I'm sure he would have given everything up to help the family. I hoped to redeem the Solemn Hour eventually, but there was never enough money, and soon the sword disappeared from the pawn shop altogether. I have no idea who took it. Seems like I'll have to part with my father's sword forever. Is Inevia sick? You'll forgive me if I can't go into detail. It's a private matter. Suffice to say, everything is fine now. The treatment was costly, but it was worth it. So good. You can see that you truly love her. A delicate blush appears on Irabeth's cheeks. She nods silently. She traces the name imprinted on in silver on the scabbard's leather. My parents were loyal servants, and yet it wasn't enough to earn them a title or coat of arms. Still, however humble our name might be, it's worth something. I don't know if I'll ever see Solemn Hour again, but at least I have its scabbard back. Thank you. Okay. I don't think we really... We don't need to ask for reinforcement, so it turns out the Queen has her head of counterintelligence watching me? I wonder why. She does? I mean, yeah, I guess. You think the Queen doesn't trust you. If that were true, she wouldn't have put you in charge of this army. My main task is to be your advisor until you've gained enough experience as commander. As for counterintelligence, Inevia and I were tasked with keeping an eye on your inner circle. But you're not under suspicion, Commander. You're under protection. Okay. You. And now we need to talk to Sela. Oops. Because, there was that whole thing with Janna and Curl and Elon, and it was just not a great day. So let's talk to Sela. Sela looks sad and pensive. It's good to see you. Get this. Janna, the one who ran away when we were attacked by demons, never went back to her unit. She was seen running towards Numeria. Looks like she deserted. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about, or the only thing. Since our raid on the Houndheart's camp, I've had this sinking feeling that I made a mistake. Dragging you into this, I mean. I should have known that a raid on the edge of the world wound wouldn't be so easy. But mostly, I was wrong about a lot of people. About Jana, who had lost her nerve and abandoned her friends. About Curl, I knew he was a thief, but I really thought he turned over a new leaf and deserved a little compassion and trust. And Elon, I thought we were kindred spirits, friends through thick and thin, but looks like I was wrong about him too. Sela looks at you closely, waiting for an answer. Sela, good. Probably is what we're gonna do. Don't lose your trust in people, Sela. So what if you made a few mistakes? It's no reason to give up on your ideals. Somebody has to show people that there's a better path. Yeah, probably that one. Sela's expression brightens. Thank you, my friend. I needed that support. Thank you for listening to my grumbling and for helping me get to the bottom of this. I'm not going to leave things as they stand. If I get the chance, I'll track down Jana and see if I can talk some sense into her and find out why Curl did what he did. I can't stop thinking about what Elon told me in the end. I really have become more powerful than paladins who are far more experienced and selfless than me. There's something not right about it. A servant of Iomade should gain their powers through dedicated personal effort. It's the only way to make sure they'll use the power for good. Our journey so far, it's all wrong. And it means I need to be 3 times as hard on myself now. I don't know if that's what that means, Sela. Okay. So, I think that was all the stuff we needed to do in camp. So, we got the Hellknight quest, Drezen. That one we're not going to do for a minute. That one we're not going to do for a minute. This is where we're probably going to go next for Ulbricht's quest. Oh, and then where's the storyteller? Where is he? Don't remember. Oh, we'll find him in a minute. I don't think I really need to talk to him right now. Let's talk to Drezen while we're here. There you are. So, I'd love to visit Heaven's Edge and see the Arende estate someday. Oh, I was just about to mention it myself. I've been thinking, now that I'm in the middle of this whole crusade nonsense, I simply must devise new ways to have fun. With all the recent commotion, my birthday completely slipped my mind. What if we were to celebrate it at Heaven's Edge? It's not far from here, and you'll get to enjoy a banquet in a bona fide haunted house. Drezen seems to have trouble getting the words out, which clearly indicates how rarely he has to ask for anything. Since you're my superior, and I'm your advisor, I'm obliged to ask your permission to leave for the festivities, and I want to invite you too. I'm sure the commander can free up an afternoon while the soldiers are on leave. So, are you really going to throw a banquet at the very place your whole family died? Alright, deal. Or let's continue that discussion after the battle for Drezen. If you want to celebrate your triumph, we have to make that happen first, or I'm not going to take in this nonsense, and I won't let you either. We'll just say, alright, deal. Perfect, you have a ball. You'll have a ball, make sure of it. Something strange flickers in Drezen's smile. Okay, so I think, I don't think there's a, like, timer on that. I think we just have to go to Heaven's Edge, and then when we do, it'll happen. And we obviously, like, have to have Drezen in our party for that, but there will be very few times when he's not in our party. Let's come over here and sell some stuff. Yeah. No one's gonna use a pick or a hammer. I'm just selling it. No one's gonna use this hammer either. I will keep that shield for now. And then okay. Get some gold. We got like 10,000 gold now. We're kind of crushing it. Okay. Let's do a little quick save. And then let's head over here. So we're gonna go try and do Ulbricht's quest. I think that's next. I guess I'll just have to look at the map, honestly. Yes, this is still who I want to bring. Do I want to bring Ember instead of Sela for now? No, we should be okay for now. Okay. So, our army has 40 more movement since it's a new day. So, where is this the... Yeah, this is the Hell Knight one, so we need to do this army, but we're only level 2, so I don't think we'll be able to do that yet. We can't recruit right now, so I think we'll just keep going up to clear the path for us. So over here is Chili Creek. Yeah, Heaven's Edge is up here. Ulbrich's thing is up here. So, where do I want to go? This way for now. We'll let them flee. So we got some energy points for that. Okay, I think this is gonna go over here, but we do need to go to Chili Creek, so we might as well. Okay, well that went better than I thought it was going to. Ooh, and we found a flail. I'll take that. Okay, so that's all our army can do for the day. So, can't go to the Nameless Ruins yet because of that. Did we go to Moondance Meadows? We've never been. Okay. Oh yeah, that's what we were gonna do the other day. So we'll go there. Sure. Because then we need to start making our way up. But, there wasn't, like, a path cleared yet, I don't think. We have to have our army do it. So we might have to rest. I might go back into camp and rest, so that we'll lose the Death's Door condition. Ooh, we get some, gross things.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Cover me!
Out of my sight.
This is my chance to run.
Cover me, all right?
A terrible mistake.
You won't survive me.
That sucked. Quick save. Holy shit. Those things kicked my ass. We got a +2 longbow though. Darren, do a little channel.
Just yet.
And we're gonna blow through some channels because I think we're gonna rest after this. Because we're still right by camp. And we have to wait for the army to get more time to move anyways. Okay, there's an area exit. Surely there's some more bad stuff over here. Oh, ew. We must be real close to the world wound then. Gross. Huh. Nothing else? We clear everything on the map? Yeah, kinda. Yeah, we can't get there. Well, I guess that was just a little bit of combat for whatever we got. Got a longbow, got a hand axe, got a feather, got a weird thing. Got some cold iron, I guess. Okay. That was Lackluster. Okay, we're going back to camp. No. We're right by camp, guys. Yes. We'll rest here, and that'll get rid of Death's Door on Fable, Wooljeff, and Lan. Okay. Let's run. Run, run, run.
Careful now.
Okay, we're all rested up. Our army should be able to move again. We're gonna continue this way. And now, we definitely... our army is so terrible right now. So we definitely can't take on the level 4. But we can keep going up this way. Oh, okay. Do we have to go that way? Well, that's it for that. Oh boy. I might just skip a day. A unit of mercenaries serving Horgus Worm has reached the troops with chestfuls of gold. Cool. So, we can't go that way anymore. But we can go this way. Can we recruit yet? Oh my god. Let's have this guy run all the way up here. Okay, I had to do some army remanagement, so I skipped like 3 days, I think, 3 or 4 days, so that I was able to recruit more people. And now we're a level 4 army. Definitely not high enough to go after that fortress yet, but much better than we were before. So we got some more archers, some more footmen. We also got some clerics, which is nice, so they can help us heal people like mid-combat. So that's really helpful. Sure, we'll smite the zombies. Why not? Ooh, I didn't mean to have the clerics move that far up. Whoops. I'll have them move again. So see, our clerics can lay on hands and restore like so many units, and that brings the infirmary size down. So that's always nice. And obviously the more clerics you have, the better healing they will do. So we only have 17 right now because we were only able to recruit that many. Alright, much better. So we replenished everything that we lost because we only lost like 10 people. We found a crossbow of judgment. And we unlocked the nameless ruins. So this is going to come down here to where the hellknights are. I think I'm gonna save. I don't think we would be able to do the base. Oh, we can't even get there anyway. So I was like, especially because we don't have any scorching rays left, but we did level our general, so we're gonna do the Master of Maneuver 2 to have another unit be able to join. And then hopefully these shield bearers will be able to come in. Yes. Beautiful. Okay. So, we're not going to go to the Nameless Ruins right now. Oh, random encounter. But we are going to maybe go check out that tunnel. Maybe not. We'll see what this is first. Hello? There, I don't see anyone on the road. Oh.
Cover me, all right?
Just some
Let's have
demons.
some fun.
Hang it. Let's have Woldriff charge the stupid babows. Darren bless.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Woldriff, get it together.
Cover me.
What are you doing?
You won't survive me.
Into the fray!
Distract them from me.
Thank you, Woldriff.
Stab their backs.
Tactical retreat! No?
Endure this.
The light take you!
Okay. Some babows.
Always watch your back.
That was it. Guess there's some more loot over there. That was a lackluster encounter on the road. It's fine. I don't need whatever sword it was. Okay, I understand why that's there now. Okay. So, I think probably, even though this will probably end up being a little short, we're going to save this part for next time because it's a lot of reading and it'll take us a little while to get through. So, did some errands, did some army stuff. Yeah, army still doesn't have any movement. We'll try this base next time. That way it'll open up the option to go get the Hell Knights. And then in the next part, we will probably go ahead and do Leper's Smile. So, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you then.